It was funny as soon as she did, she literally goes, and Bree goes, that's going to be a meme. Fucking Shakira, man. She's so weird. I love her.
Oh, yeah. She's
She
else.
can shake that ass.
Everything about that ass is great.
One of the things about the show this year, well, I'll save it.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that they make no effort to hide the fact that they just lip sync anymore.
Oh, fuck
yeah.
Yeah, they don't even we know they do it because Shakira's, maybe J-Lo did a little bit. Shakira's was literally like the fucking
It was fucking
CD.
terrible.
It
Yeah.
was like the CD. There was times where, like, she didn't even have the mic to the mouth. It's like, oh baby, wanna talk like that? and the fucking dudes with the horns. Like, those fucking dudes are like models. They're not.
Save it for the show.
But they're like,
Dude.
oh baby, wanna talk like that?
All right, Chris, you're going to read
That was the show.
You want me to
Thank
read
you,
this thing?
everybody.
Yeah.
We'll be here next week.
Let me know when to go.
I'm on tonight. I can see your body moving.
I don't know if you knew this, but my hips don't lie. They don't. They tell the truth all the time.
We got this. All right, I'm sorry.
All right.
You ready? When little Timmy went to school and mastered 1 to 9, he thought the other kids were cool and every class divine. He painted shapes in red and blue and drew in curves and bends, and by the time the day was through, he'd made 100 friends. I'm pals with Pete and Mike and Max, he told his pa with pride. But Timmy's folks were anti-vax, and Timmy fucking died.
Welcome to the Time Spent Poorly program, where we waste a few minutes of your life just talking out of our asses.
In segments.
Your awesome hosts, Derek and Edwardo, constant contributor Hudds, and I'm the Beard. Tonight, well,
I'm just going to do this.
we're going to talk about the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Because who isn't talking about it?
Yeah.
Seems to be on everybody's lips. Like the impeachment, really.
Yeah.
Unload on us, Derek. You have something to say.
Let's.
I'm on tonight.
This is the part where you talk.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm gathering my thoughts again. Okay, so I decided I love how in the years past, look, everyone knows they lip sync. We know it. Like, it's not even a big. I love how the show now, they just make no bones about it. Like, they're just fucking lip syncing. They don't even hide it. They don't even give a shit anymore. They're like, so like, I thought maybe there were some moments where maybe J-Lo was at least singing with the music, but I don't even think Shakira's mic was on for most of the stuff. Like, there's times like in between where she's like gracias, but then like but like even like if you heard her microphone, it was like gracias, like it sounded like someone was talking. But then when you hear the music, it was like literally someone pressed play on the CD. It's like like the mic's not even to her mouth, and she's just dancing and. They're both fucking, at the end, they're both like fucking winded, and like the music's just still perfect. And I love the part, my favorite part of it is when the hips don't lie, and it's the part with the horns, and then the dudes line up behind her, and they're all wearing like tuxedos, and they're obviously like not in a ska band. Like they're fucking like models, like dancing models. And they put the horns in the air with like no arm on the other side. It's like, and it was like they lip synced horns. They horn synced. I'm on tonight, my hips don't lie.
What about the Mexican rapper that looked like Ollie G?
Oh yeah. Also, Brie goes, am I supposed to know who this is? I go, no. Nobody fucking knows who that is.
Did they pull him out of the crowd?
I mean, might as well have been a
It was
fan.
Sacha Baron Cohen. He was just like,
But
hey, come
He
here for
got to grind on J-Lo.
Yeah, it was great.
Or have J-Lo grind on him.
leaving snail tracks on his pants. Like just fucking.
Well, and then I love the. I mean, obviously, my real favorite part was Shakira. And as soon as it happens, she goes. Brie goes, that's gonna be a meme.
She's
And
the
it
best
fucking-
thing to come out of
it was-
Colombia since cocaine.
Oh,
Like,
man,
what
it
a
was great.
wonderful woman.
She looked fantastic. They both did.
They both did. I mean, I don't know if the internet told everybody, but they're 43 and 50.
And no wardrobe malfunction because they lacked wardrobe.
They didn't.
Yeah. Well, and the
wasn't
tape
there-
was in all the right places.
Was there like an outcry? I mean, there was like an outcry, right, from people who said like it was too sexy or something.
Yeah.
Sexy,
do
so
people-
sexy.
People still whine about that?
I think it was.
There
I
was.
think it's just because people want to whine about
It
stuff.
was like Karen's.
It was something they could find, like, oh, here's something I could rail against.
Or I spent my whole youth being really promiscuous and slutty, but now I'm a house mom, so I'm going to be prude.
I turned 30, and so nobody wants to fuck me anymore.
Nobody
saw-
said anything.
So I'm going to complain about these other girls or somebody who didn't
I
just
just
hit a
accepted
complete
it.
fucking wall at 30.
I just accepted that orange ass jacket.
You were just like, yeah, it's okay.
The pussy hunt ended.
I thought it was fine. I loved it. I didn't even.
He didn't fill his tag this year.
What are you hunting? Bears and vagina.
It didn't bother me. Oh, hey, the other thing, I saw a really funny meme, and it was like I just wish the Super Bowl was a family show starter pack, like one of those things, and it was a picture of like a woman's flat ass in like yoga pants.
Oh, and the ultimate Karen with the haircut was on top of it?
Yeah, but
And
the ass was so flat, and I loved that.
Yeah,
it
well,
was
it's
like my hand. Like,
When's the
oh.
last time the fucking Super Bowl wasn't sexy? Like
I
they're always
mean,
trying to
Paul
like
McCartney?
sexualize it. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Keith
think
Richards.
Maybe.
Keith Richards
I
Dog-
might
couldn't
have
come for any of the Rolling Stones or the Beatles.
Shut me up! Shut me up!
Did you see Jeb Bush's tweet?
No,
No, I didn't.
I didn't know Jeb Bush was still
halftime
relevant.
show ever.
Did he say that?
I turned to my wife. I'm like, well, Jeb Bush had a boner today. 'Cause-
He had an erection.
but
Did you
yeah.
guys do it right afterward? Did that turn her on?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Jeb Bush,
How about the
it's like female Viagra, Jeb Bush boners.
She's like, what?
She's like, no, threw the phone at me, and then we went.
She's like,
We went and made another baby.
We ate fucked.
she looked at me and said, sploosh. Gross.
Well, your
So we
job's
didn't
done.
even have to fuck her.
Yeah, your job's done. All you got to
finished.
say is Jeb Bush.
Had a boner.
She finished. She's like, don't you touch me. You're not Jeb Bush.
You've got nothing on little Jeb.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
mean,
W's penis. is little Jeb.
how about the, did you guys like the game itself? I thought it was probably one of the more exciting Super Bowls of the last.
I slept through the third quarter.
I didn't watch it. I was
Did you
playing
watch
video
the
games
fourth
with my
quarter,
son.
though? Because that's when it
Yeah,
came alive.
but that's when it always comes alive.
We watched the last few minutes of the fourth quarter when it was like
fucking
the
Mahomes.
best.
It's when Mahomes
Yeah.
actually plays.
It was good. It was fun.
Well,
I mean, it was a
because
good
we were
game.
watching another show at the time, so like I was looking on my phone, watching on my
Yeah.
phone. I'm like, okay, the score's getting tight, and it's like getting close to the end of the game. So we turned back to the game, and it was fun to watch that.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a cool comeback, and
The crazy thing was they really were the two best teams in the league this year.
I completely agree.
And that's why the game really wasn't that great because they were so good. They could counter what
was the
everybody was doing.
competitive.
Yeah, it's
There's a
not
lot of
like
times when the two best teams are in the same division, and then the playoff game is the best game of the
Oh,
year.
yeah, a lot of
And
times.
and then
was-
you're sure who's going to win a Super
The
Bowl.
'88 Super Bowl or '89, there's like Niners and the Broncos, and the Niners beat the Broncos like 52-10 or something like that.
well,
I
there
miss
was that-
games like that. You
there
don't see
was
those
that.
very often
No.
anymore.
No.
But
There was that Super Bowl with the Seahawks and the Broncos though, and the Seahawks just fucking destroyed the Broncos.
yeah.
was that 3 years ago?
That was a few, I don't know.
It was
4?
more than 3 years ago.
It was when Peyton Manning was still playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was his first Super Bowl with the Broncos. I always
Yeah,
like the
the-
Broncos because they allow the mascot to be the quarterback. John
Hot take.
Elway, John Elway, Peyton Manning.
2014, 43-8.
Yeah, it was
6
it was
years ago.
so bad. It was so bad. And
I
the
like
next year they
lopsided
lost.
games.
And then the next year they lost. I actually, a lot of people are always like, "Oh, I just want it to be a good close game," and I'm like, I want a fucking blowout. That's fun.
Yeah.
or
I
see
eat more
people
nachos that way.
get behind and then come back.
Oh man, I mean, I hate the Patriots, but what about that game with the Patriots and the Falcons?
Yeah.
Where the Falcons were 28-3 going into halftime, and I remember that day I was tweeting the whole game, and I was like, man, if the Falcons get another touchdown, you got to think they got a real shot in this game. Like, I was doing tweets like that, you know, like
You were that guy?
yeah, I was like, man, it was like they scored their last one. It was 28-3, and that was the tweet that I put out. I'm like, 28-3, man, you got to think if the Falcons get another touchdown, they got a real shot in this game. And lo and behold, that second half, the fucking Patriots came back and won.
Just raged it out?
Zach said I jinxed it. He thinks I jinxed it.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
But
The
I
Super
think it
Bowl
was a
that
hot
the
take.
Niners beat the Broncos was 1990. January 28th, 1990, 55-10.
Wow.
1990, was that even Joe Montana anymore? Or
Yeah.
was that
Steve
or
Young.
was that Steve Young?
That was Montana.
Still
Montana
Montana.
played to like 91 or something like that.
Because Steve Young won a Super Bowl with him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Young played that year. Let's see.
That was a I remember that.
Keep talking, fellas. I'll
I
look
don't-
it up.
Well, I was just trying to think.
I was
of
probably
what-
full of Fritos and
What's the next topic?
Actually, real quick though, on that top, that is actually that actually does mirror what you were saying though, because I do remember that was during the time when the Cowboys and the Niners were a
Right.
way better series than what that game was. Like
Yeah.
the playoff game,
The
leading,
playoff
like
game was just
the
nails.
NFC Championship was a great game, and then you get like the Niners and the Broncos, and
it's just a
look
crush.
at that.
He played through 92, and then
Was
he
it? Yeah.
went to Kansas City for 93, 94.
John Elway won 3 Super Bowls because he waited for Joe Montana to retire, and then he was like, he finally had his chance.
Ting it?
No, someone's phone did that.
Oh.
I thought it was someone's phone too. Did I do that? I don't think.
Weren't mine.
I don't know. That was weird.
No, yours is off, isn't it?
That's not what it's doing. It's not that.
It's not that. It's not that one. That was not it.
I was trying to make it happen.
All right. Anyway, halftime show, loved it.
Yeah, it was excellent.
It was fine. It was fun.
I just like seeing people bitch about stuff.
Me too.
Anymore. Like, oh no, they flapping their vaginas around.
I do
So,
think it was fun.
who cares?
It was awesome.
It was
that,
free and it was in my home.
Right.
It came over the air.
And it was also awesome that of all the things that people bitch about, they definitely don't bitch about lip syncing anymore because everyone just knows it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's just a thing and nobody cares.
They're down with it.
Ashley Simpson was a pioneer,
She was.
Yeah, no shit.
and now she's about as wealthy as a pioneer.
The Super Bowl just can't have
With
it be
cholera.
fucked up. It can't have it be
Sold her.
fucked up. And they have to be able to break that fucker down in 10 minutes.
That's impressive.
It is. Every year, it is a marvel of human ingenuity that they can have a football game, go to halftime, set that up, tear it down, and have them back in
A
40
And
minutes.
it's
bitch can
fucking
fast rope
huge,
in.
too.
You remember that
Yeah.
year that fucking Lady Gaga like flew in on a zip line
Oh,
like
yeah.
she was the goddamn Heartbreak Kid? Like,
Yeah. yeah.
No, there's nothing more impressive than like watching shit like that choreograph itself. Like the work that must go into like the rehearsal for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, we're gonna take this down just to practice.
We're gonna set up
Put
an
it back up real
entire
fast.
coliseum of a concert, and then we're gonna take it down so they can play a football game around it.
yeah.
The only disappointing thing about the Super Bowl halftime show is that the teams have to wait so long to start playing again.
Yeah.
So I believe that's why they went into it 10-10 and they didn't try to score that last set of downs really hard, because it really is just another game.
Yeah.
There is such a cool down, and if you had momentum, you're not going to keep it.
No. They say that usually the locker room, what it looks like is usually like a lot of them are like on the bikes. They're like eating orange slices and like trying to stay warm, trying to like
Everybody's
Yeah.
standing in saunas.
no one's like sitting around like, oh, well, what was the halftime
They get
show?
fucking cold. You can't get fucking cold.
Someone
you gotta
bring me
go
an
out there
order
and
and
break-
nachos.
Yeah, so I can throw up on the field.
Go up in the upper deck and get me one of them Frito pies.
This is pretty fun, right, guys?
Here we go.
This is a really good halftime show. Why are you guys working out? He's
The only working out you should be doing is jerking off to Shakira's ass.
he's out
Those
there.
hips don't lie.
He's out there on the field the next play. He's like, God, I gotta shit my pants.
Why do I have a stitch in my side? Shouldn't have had that second bag of Doritos.
Super Bowl. That was fun. Whatever. That's fun.
I love it. I didn't even
Good
watch
time.
it. I just like keeping an eye on it while I'm doing other things.
I'm sure there are people who turn it on the halftime show and then just turn it back off.
My favorite part is that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson
Loved
introduced both teams as The Rock.
I loved it.
Finally.
It was great.
I was not excited for the game. I was ready to watch it. I only went into it wanting to see Andy Reid win a ring.
Yeah, me too.
Because I only cheer individual players and coaches and stuff. I like to see them do well. I don't have a favorite team.
Yeah.
But The Rock introducing them, I was pumped up after that.
Yeah,
that guy has fucking charisma.
that
I
was-
want him as the next president of
Me
the
too.
United States of
I've
America.
been saying that.
I will vote for him as well.
Yeah.
I think he's got at least 4 votes.
That was he's officially tied for my favorite intro of the Super Bowl because I also loved when the Steelers and the Packers played. I loved when Sam Elliott did the introduction for it because he did like this because like one of the two oldest teams, like a lot of foundation there. He's just like, one of them's built on, one of them's built on packing meat and the other one's built on banging steel. Like it was just like, like they were just very like beef it's what's for dinner.
And they
Yeah.
all packed
It
the
was
fudge.
awesome. It was great.
That was a good one.
It was good. The Rock was amazing. I love that he did it as The Rock. He even gave us a goddamn people's eyebrow.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
loved it.
Nice.
It totally got me jazzed. I went into it once the game started. I was really into it.
This is fun. I watched it with my grandparents, and my grandma just goes, "I love The Rock." My grandma
If we can
loves The
have
Rock.
Donald Trump as a president, we can have Dwayne Johnson.
He'd be better.
No shit.
Way better.
I would want him to be I will if I went into the ballot though and it said Dwayne Johnson, I would be upset. I'd rather it say Dwayne The Rock Johnson or just
Quotes.
The
The
Rock.
Rock. Everything should just be The Rock. Now that he's back on, like there was a brief period there where he was not on good terms with them. I don't.
Can you
think,
have
'cause
one
when
where
he
you
was
give
just
me a
trying to
high
be
five?
Dwayne
I
Johnson?
don't know if he was off of being. I don't know if it wasn't because he was on good terms, or if he was just trying to be a serious actor and just was going as Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, he's not an actor. He's a movie star.
Whatever. Well, yeah,
There's
maybe
he can
owns
do
face.
that.
and maybe that's when he adopted the Rock moniker back. Is when he established that like he's not just an actor, but he's like the highest grossing paid actor of all fucking time.
Yeah,
Going back,
got to change back to Hunter Orange.
gotta go back to it.
But
No,
but like Batista's a real actor.
yeah,
He's had several roles where he's completely different people, and The Rock has had a couple of roles where he was somebody different, but almost every time he's just kind of been a little bit different version of Dwayne Johnson.
And I also foresee he's been in a few good movies. I foresee that I do foresee John Cena getting a really good acting career out of this too.
Did you see that thing the other day? Who was he working with? That said, James Gunn said he's the best
Batista?
improv actor. No, John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
He was working with Cena, and he said Cena's the best improv actor he's
He
ever
did a
worked
bunch
with.
of improv for that crappy Trainwreck movie with Amy Schumer. He's actually the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
Is when they're on a date in
God,
the
that
movie
movie was
theater.
terrible.
He's like, "I will fuck you." He says that.
Wasn't he gay in that? Did he end up being gay?
He just plays a date with Amy Schumer, and like some guy's like trash talking him in the movie theater, and he's like trying to trash talk back, but he's not very good at it. He's like, "I will fuck you." Like it's really bad. He's like, some guy's like, "You feel like fucking Mark Wahlberg wannabe." He's like Mark Wahlberg. I look like Mark Wahlberg. I look like I ate Mark Wahlberg. I will fuck you. And then I watched, I watched like the outtakes of that,
eat
and
your
he
children.
ad-libbed quite a bit of stuff, and they were like, they're feeding him lines too, and he's just saying other stuff. Like he was really good
Oh, nice.
in that
Yeah.
part. That movie though is garbage.
It's the most appropriately titled movie almost ever.
Yeah.
Is it
Except
called
maybe
Hot
Alien.
Garbage?
It's called Trainwreck.
Oh,
The other part of Trainwreck that actually is good though is actually Bill Hader and LeBron James is really good in it.
wow.
And LeBron
It's
James
one of
in
those
the movie.
things
You know
that
who's
just-
not good in it?
Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
Amy Schumer is trash.
Yeah.
Yes.
LeBron
Hot
James
garbage.
Talentless
for
trash.
his scenes, they brought in Chris Rock to feed him lines.
Really?
So he's like, yeah, just
That's why he was so funny?
Yeah.
Wasn't he playing himself?
yeah, he's just playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing Bill Hader's
Well-
like friend. But he's playing LeBron.
Right. It like when what's his name was. Oh, The Rock is shrinking.
Oh no.
Oh, I was telling him goodbye.
He can still whoop our asses.
Oh yeah,
Oh, we put him in the middle. Yeah.
he can just be a a player.
I'm a co-host with these jabronis.
That'd be something.
Dwayne the Avocado Johnson.
Oh man.
I'd pay to fly him here first class to be on
Trainwreck's
our
bad.
show.
Don't watch it.
Yeah, don't even bother.
I might even put him up at the
Oh,
quality
man.
end. Or
Oh,
the hall.
quality in. Oh,
Maybe the quality.
he can go eat at the Quay.
Yeah.
I wish I was kidding
Did you
about
see
that.
that movie that he did? The one that he produced it. It's that Fighting with My Family one.
I have not
I didn't
seen it,
watch
but I
it.
want.
It's on Hulu. It's good.
It's on a couple of different things, I think.
Nick Frost is in it too.
Yep.
I think it's on
And-
Crackle too.
And Stephen Merchant. Stephen Merchant, he's a big, tall, lanky guy.
Oh yeah.
He's one of the. I think actually Stephen
Vince Vaughn's in it.
Stephen Merchant actually directed
Speaking
the
of tall,
movie.
lanky guys.
Stephen Merchant directed the movie. I think
Vince Vaughn's not lanky.
He's a weird shape though.
he's portly.
Yeah.
No. Stephen Merchant is like a
Lanky.
string bean, though.
Is he?
Yeah, but I
can't
think
think
he
of it.
directed the movie. Stephen Merchant did.
Okay.
And then the girl is like, she's in the new Black Widow, and she's in that movie Midsummer. Like, she's doing fine for herself. And she's fucking adorable too. That girl in Fighting with My Family, she's adorable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she actually. So she's supposed to be Paige, like the wrestler.
Bye, Rock.
Paige.
Oh okay.
But she's I think she's way cuter than Paige, actually. So
That Alexa Bliss that came in first on the
beautiful.
fucking women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
beautiful.
Where did she come from?
I don't know. Beautiful.
Oh,
though.
man.
Like right out of heaven.
Chris and I watched the Royal Rumble.
I really like what they did with Lesnar,
Me too.
where he just took out 13 dudes.
It was
like
fun.
every time somebody'd come to the ring, he'd just fuck them up.
Well, then they eliminated him by the guy who's gonna fight him at WrestleMania. It was a great
Right.
setup.
It worked out really well. At first, I was kind of like, "Is this really the
Yeah,
direction
I
they
didn't
want
like
to
it
go?"
at first.
And then it's like, "Oh no, he didn't take out the what's his name, Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't beat his record. He just tied it. But he took out 13 fucking dudes, and he entered himself as number one. He wasn't like,
Yeah.
I guess I drew number one.
No, it was cool.
So
Also, I loved. Go ahead. I genuinely marked out with Edge coming back. Like,
That
I
was
like-
huge.
I was like, I did not expect that.
no,
And I don't know
I thought he
if
was
they-
done.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean, and I don't know if there was a bunch of like internet rumors of his return or anything like that. I don't know. So it was a genuine exciting thing for me.
He's like the Tyler Durden of the show now.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to add him in like little snap frames every once in a
Just have
while.
to keep it on here now forever. Yeah, it was good. All right, you guys, gentlemen.
Oh, how about Rachel McAdams is not coming back for Doctor Strange 2?
Oh, she's not?
Really?
Why not?
Huh.
I suppose she was a minor part, really. I mean, she was major in Strange's life, but she was really a minor part in the movie.
Yeah.
She's
She saved
gorgeous.
his-
I want her in another Marvel movie.
I'd like her in everything.
I watched a movie with her in it actually. She's the one from Mean Girls, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's
The Notebook, man.
I haven't seen.
You know, she was like
Wedding
27
Crashers.
when Mean Girls
Wedding
came out.
Crashers, yeah.
Was she that old?
Yeah.
So, I actually just watched a movie with her because Bree wanted me to watch it. It was called About Time. It has Domhnall Gleeson in it, and
Yeah.
he can. It's actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
He's the General Hux from the
yeah.
new trilogy.
So he's
right?
in this movie's from.
He's Brendan Gleeson.
I had never. Yeah, he is.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had never heard
not
of
know
this
that either.
movie.
You know who Brendan Gleeson is?
Yes.
Brendan Gleeson and Domhnall Gleeson are both in Harry Potter.
Yes, they
That's
are.
Interesting.
What was the one that he did with the dude Oscar Isaac, where he shows
Ex
up in his
Machina.
place? Ex Machina. That's
Great
a
movie.
good movie.
Really good movie.
It's like a 3-person show, and it's fucking cool.
Both of those two gentlemen are in Star Wars.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Anyway,
and they fuck with
Ex
each other
Machina is
over the
brutal.
radio.
It's a really good
I
movie.
love the ending of that movie. It's
Yeah.
so bleak.
Yeah.
About Time though, not bleak, but it is good. Oh no. What do I do here? Fix it.
Jesus.
You're tearing apart the
You're
goddamn
tearing me
studio.
apart, Lisa.
We need a new thing now.
You guys, I watched the first 5 episodes of The Outsider.
Didn't see it. It's on HBO, so I'm not giving
Yeah,
you
we can't
$15
spoil
a
it.
month.
I won't spoil it.
Was it any good?
It is good.
What's it about?
He gets accused, Jason Bateman gets accused. His character gets accused. It's based on the book by Stephen King.
Okay.
He gets accused of killing and raping a kid really brutally.
Wow.
And he goes to prison, and then, but
As he
basically he didn't do it, but he has a solid alibi. He's not even in town. He's completely gone, and yet there's footage of him being in town and witnesses, and there's DNA all over the place, and it's a supernatural thing.
Mm.
Really good though.
The first episode is amazing.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
yeah. I mean the
Second-
show overall is really good. But
Is it still good?
Yeah,
I've only watched the first 2 episodes.
Is it going to be like a bunch of HBO stuff and end up on Amazon Prime?
probably.
Okay.
So we
After
watched.
a while.
It's still coming out though. I didn't know that. We wouldn't have started it.
Yeah,
Oh,
We
it's
would-
it's a weekly.
Yeah, we
there's
wouldn't have
still
started it
probably
because
5 episodes left.
I did that with Barry,
yes.
and it was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I have to
Oh,
wait a week.
see, I waited for Barry, but we were catching up on Veep at the same time, so
That was a good show.
We won't watch.
Veep is absolutely amazing. And then you go
It's-
back
yeah.
and watch a bunch of shows, and you see all those people that are in Veep before they were in Veep.
And Newsroom. Newsroom was really good.
Curb Your
That one's
Enthusiasm
on
this season is
Amazon.
really.
I've started watching it from the beginning again,
I
just
need
by
to
myself.
Go back and watch from the beginning.
I love
the-
Jeff Garland.
I'll spoil something because it's not a big deal. But they mistake a lady mistakes him for Harvey Weinstein in the first episode.
That's good.
She's like, "What are you doing here?"
That'd be super awesome.
To be mistaken for Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah,
If you suck my dick, you can be in a movie.
you guys gotta watch.
Because I don't have any testicles.
If you guys gotta watch. The Outsider. Just wait for it to be out in its entirety though. Don't fucking. Honestly, when we got to that last episode, I'm like, hey, play the next one, and we're both like, oh shit, you're kidding me.
I gotta wait till Saturday.
Fuck, I didn't. So we're not doing it. We're waiting. We're
Wait
gonna
until
wait
it's
till the rest
over.
of it's out.
I'm waiting for so much stuff. It's February. I've been without Netflix for a year now.
Yeah.
You'll just do
Year.
it over. You'll just do it all in one.
Castlevania
It'll be so
season
much
3.
fun. That'll get me back. Castlevania season 3
It's
would
really
get me
good.
back.
Yeah.
The first
March
season
8th.
is absolutely incredible. Second
Yep.
season is really good too, but the way they play Dracula, he is seriously one of the best Draculas.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I haven't bothered with their Dracula series, but
It's
I
bad.
get conflicting reports.
Is it bad?
It's either bad or it's good or it's great. Like I haven't heard. I've heard a lot of bad and from people who watch a lot of movies don't like it, but then there's other people who are like, oh yeah, good shit. Like, is it?
So the funny thing about the funny thing about the Outsider is that it was really good, but the entire time I was like, it just made me want to watch The Sinner with Bill Pullman. Like I was like,
It's got a
And
similar
is it Jessica Biel?
feel to
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Okay.
And I just felt like the whole time we were watching, I'm like, man, I just wish we were watching The Sinner.
I saw an ad for that today. Apparently, there's another season going to start
There is,
in the
yeah.
next couple weeks. And
That's
I
a
don't know,
fucking USA show. I don't understand how it's so good. It's on USA.
One of the best things
That's
that
on the
USA has
same-
ever created.
And how did they get named actors?
I know.
Because she's a producer on it.
She's a producer.
Oh well, that might be.
But I can't believe.
and
I mean,
Pat Pullman probably is too.
Bill
I would
Pullman
think
is
so.
so
isn't she
good.
married to Timberlake?
Timberlake,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're
for
having
him.
problems if you follow the
Don't.
media.
But The Sinner, I
For the
can't-
last 10 years.
every time I
Yeah.
see
They're too cute to be together, and everybody wants to be with Justin. Justin.
every time I watch an episode of The Sinner,
There's a sound bite right there.
There it is,
Justin.
every time I watch an episode of The Sinner, I see that USA thing though, and I go, fuck you. How did you do this?
You know how they survived?
Wrestling.
Yep.
Yeah. Because they
Not to
because
bring that back.
Well,
because
it's
the
a
only
division
shows
of NBC.
yeah.
Oh, is it?
And yeah, NBC Universal owns USA Network.
I always
But-
liked it.
How well is NBC doing? But they put out, but USA always the shows that I think of a USA that was like Hank Med. Like, how is there like 5 or 6 seasons of fucking Hank Med?
I don't
Well,
even.
USA
I
kinda-
didn't.
never even heard
Hank
of that.
Med is a show.
But like Burn Notice
Yeah,
was
it's
amazing.
bad.
Burn Notice was good.
never
USA
even
kind
heard of it.
cut their teeth with like Monk and Psych and all those shows during like,
That were quirky and
But they fit that,
engaging.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Psych's good.
Yeah.
And Monk.
Monk
was
is
good
amazing.
too. Yeah,
They were good shows.
Especially when they
writers.
replaced his handler in the second season with
better-looking
that
gal.
way better looking blonde.
Yeah.
Sharona was not cute. I don't remember the other one's name, but God, I was too busy just looking at her ass.
Which one was that? Which one?
His second handler in Monk.
Oh yeah.
The lady.
Yeah, she was so good looking, and not in that overly Hollywood way, but in that like she's a real person way.
Yeah.
Tony Shalhoub was on an episode of that. It's on like Funny or Die or whatever, but it's that Tig Notaro when she's trying to figure out who they are. Under a Rock with Tig Notaro. She doesn't watch movies or anything, so she's trying to figure out who she's talking to. And he was on there, and she's like, "So you're a popular actor?" And he's like, "I'm like dog food." And she's like, "What? Like what?" And she's like, "You see a commercial for like dog food, and then you're like, oh yeah, I need to get dog food."
Yeah, like, oh yeah, you got your head shot off in Men in Black. I love you.
And he's like, yeah, and people see me, and they're just like, I know you. I need to go get dog food.
He's honestly the most memorable character from Wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say we grew up with Wings, and it was the two brothers, and we were two brothers about the same age.
Yeah.
It was a weird show to watch growing up because they would argue and fight. It is
Some
a
of the
really
weirdest credit
Wings?
sequences. It's
Wings
a good
is great.
show.
Yeah.
But the opening credit sequence where it's just like the plane flying and the music is really kind of like somber and
It is, yeah.
Wings is a really good show.
I mean, it's really
Yeah.
somber, especially when they fly the plane in
on
the
it
Twin
shares
Towers.
it shares
Yeah.
it shares the
Wrong joke.
universe.
because it came from Nantucket.
It shares the same universe as Cheers and
Yeah.
It did.
Frasier.
Yeah. Frasier's one of the best shows that's ever been on television. I love that show.
Also, Tony Shalhoub. I also fondly remember him from Galaxy Quest.
Oh yeah.
And Pain and Gain.
Yeah,
Oh my
yep,
God,
he's-
he is in Pain and
He's
Gain.
so
With
not,
the Rock, full circle.
None of
Give me a
his
beer, Derek.
none of his
Same.
I need one
normal
as well.
Tony Shalhoubness is in Pain and Gain. Like he's
great
he's-
in
he's-
the Marvelous Miss Maisel too.
Yeah, he's
Is
great
he?
in it. It's a good show.
Yeah.
That's on Amazon.
yeah.
I could watch that. I think that girl is oddly attractive, the
She's
Miss
pretty.
Maisel. Yeah.
She's pretty,
Who is
pretty
it?
cute. I don't remember her name. Brosnahan, Rachel Brosnahan.
You're gonna see her. I'll wait for the mic to say it because it's really important.
it's super important.
Portable Mr. Skin.
In the Miss Maisel show, on like the first or second episode, you get to see her knockers, and they are wonderful. They're really good.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that. Because my old lady was watching it, and I just happened to be watching at the time. But I watched. I really enjoy Brosnahan in House of Cards. She was excellent.
Oh, is that her?
Yeah, that's her. She
Jesus.
is.
Which one is she in House of Cards?
She is a rich man's Kristen Stewart.
She's the one that what's that lady
Don't
that
ever
sells the
tell
pussy
that to her.
candles?
You're right.
Who's the poor man's Kristen Stewart? Kristen Stewart?
Yeah. Kristen Stewart is the Shopko Kristen Stewart.
That was awful. That seriously, that was the beer talk.
So she's in. This girl's in House of Cards and in Miss Maisel?
Yes.
I didn't know
And
that.
she's amazing in House of Cards because she is Doug's foil. Oh man.
Yeah.
She's a babe, though. And in Miss Maisel's good.
Miss
Yeah.
Maisel's great because they wear the period
Mm-hmm.
clothing, so it's kind of like
What, like
Yeah.
maxi pants? It's just the whole
Yeah, yeah.
outfit is made in
Kotex.
this Kotex.
Sponsored by Kotex, actually.
she just
Oh,
looks like
she's
a
married?
giant
Summer's Eve.
tampon.
Douche.
Douche.
It's a little SNL joke. Hey, sometimes SNL has jokes.
Oh,
Sometimes.
years old, good ones.
Summer's Eve.
Jason Sudeikis, man.
This is the year for me that I'm checking out of SNL. I've hung in there
I've
for
been out.
several
Oh,
years,
man.
and I would watch like a few episodes throughout the course.
Do you think you'll do? Do you do? Are you gonna do what I do, which is?
catch up?
But well, no, I like I'll just wait for the next week when they just post snippets on YouTube and be like, oh, that was pretty funny.
I don't even do that anymore.
She was in the Blacklist and Oranges.
But I
What
don't
did they
know.
did they like kneel during
don't
the Super
remember
Bowl or
from that.
something? Like you're
She
boycotting
wasn't.
it?
She
or-
was only in an
No,
episode
I
or
just
two.
I feel like I finally hit my point where I'm like there's
Is
still
that a
funny
newer
stuff.
jersey or an older jersey?
Bought it last year. It's old, newer. Yours is older.
That's what I thought because mine's Reebok.
Yeah, mine's
Interesting.
CCM.
Yeah, interesting.
Anyway, we're talking about our jerseys. If you watch the show on YouTube,
you can see what they are.
So So you're not gonna even watch the clips? Sometimes the clips are
Maybe
all right.
I don't know. I did watch the Macy's one with the kids.
That was great.
That was a good one. There's still good ones, but it's just so
I
few
would
and far
say
between that it's hard to like
my favorite host
stomach
of the
an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Or really just an hour after they take out commercials.
Adam Driver's so good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it, he's a good host. He's a great actor.
Of the clips I've watched, most of them have been his.
Yeah. He's like, you watch the show and he's like fucking committed the lines. I mean, none of the hosts do that. They're always like reading the cue card, and he's like acting and looking around. He's like committed to the lines. He's super serious. He doesn't like Jimmy Fallon it up and like start laughing.
He's the fucking
It
worst.
should be considered a serious deal. You get to be in an institution. You get to host an institution and bring your best stuff to show people what you are when you aren't acting in multiple situations.
He did this skit, not this last time, but the time before, where he was an oilman, like a No Country for Old, or There Will Be Blood, like oilman, where it's like bring your parents to work day, and he's like talking about being an oilman, and he's like yelling about crushing your enemies and stuff, and he's like. He literally says this line, Rob. I don't know how he doesn't laugh. He's like, fill her belly with my festering seed. It's fucking. I don't know how he doesn't laugh. Like fucking like.
Because he's a fucking professional.
He does
He's
like this amazing job, and he's supposed to be Pete Davidson's dad, and he comes in and he's like fucking. He's like has a bald cap off with like this gray like crypt keeper wig. And he's like, so what do you do? What do you do for an evening? And he's like, crush your enemies. It's so good.
Is this the most recent one he's been on?
It's not this time, but the last time.
The first I think it was the one
first.
he hosted last year.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
so good.
I'll track it down.
And then he does this other skit on the same episode, and it's the undercover boss episode.
Those
Where
are
he plays
hilarious.
Kylo.
Where he plays Kylo Ren.
Okay.
They
I
did
saw that one.
They did another one.
I've
They
probably
did.
seen
It's
the one you're
not
talking
as
about.
good.
No,
The
but
fir-
he's so in it.
Yeah.
And he got that girl like she wanted to be a pilot, and then she said something nasty, and he fucking killed her.
So I love how on the undercover boss one he's like, so you guys, Kylo Ren, he's pretty cool, right?
He's pretty awesome.
And they're like, no, he sucks. And he's like, no, I think he's just misunderstood.
He's got to be great.
I love the idea of him being super insecure.
Well, he is super.
Do you guys
Yeah.
think his
He killed his father.
Do you guys think his lightsaber's cool or? It's really good. Yeah. Hey, Adam Driver's a great host. Actually, I think he's a great actor. I like him in general.
Yeah, he's fantastic in Logan Lucky.
Logan
Oh
Lucky.
my God, that
that's
movie's so
such
good.
an underrated movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it did good at the time, but I mean, it's like
Daniel
classic.
Craig is.
They
off
marketed
the
that
charts.
movie. They marketed that movie so poorly. Because when I watched the previews for that movie, it looks like fucking trash. It looks so bad. And when I watched
Can we watch a preview for Logan Lucky?
Yeah. And then when we watched Logan Lucky, I'm like, wow, this is one of the better movies I've seen. It's basically fucking Ocean's 11 with hillbillies.
Yeah.
And if somebody would have told me that, I still actually probably wouldn't have watched it because I actually fucking hate heist movies. I do not like heist movies.
Really?
Not a fan.
Wow.
I hate
The
that.
Italian Job?
I just hate how it's always like.
Wow.
I hate how it's always like so like it's like so perfect. And then every one of those heist movies, like you think like they're like telling you like what they're gonna do, and then it's like we already did it. Like it's always just like that's what actually happened.
Inside Man?
Oh, that's pretty good. Only because he ends
That's
up being a
one I wanted.
Nazi. Only because he ends up being a Nazi. No. The Italian Job.
That makes it good?
Yeah, I love it.
Was it Christopher
Actually,
Plummer that was the Nazi?
Yeah.
I will say for the Italian Job though, of all the heist movies, the thing that works for it the most
Charlize Theron.
is that they talk about what they're going to do and they have to completely change the plan because it fucks up right in the very beginning of it. Yeah. But that doesn't happen in any other. The Ocean's 11 movies, they tell you what they're gonna do and then they go do it, and they're so fucking cool.
I
George
don't watch
Clooney.
Ocean's 11 because I don't like George Clooney. I don't care
Really?
about
George
I
Clooney.
have not watched any of them.
My grandma
Really?
thinks Jimmy
Yeah.
Garoppolo looks like a young George Clooney.
He kind of
I don't know.
does.
He does a little bit.
Up in the Air was a good George Clooney movie. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou?
What about?
There's a lot of
well,
them.
that's a good movie. What
The
about
Men Who Stare at Goats.
Never saw it.
I didn't watch that one either.
I did.
Is it good?
It was all right. It's Coen
Is
Brothers.
that a Coen
movie, right?
Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn After Reading.
That one's good.
That one was good.
Um,
Brad Pitt plays a complete idiot.
Yeah, I love that.
Fantastic.
Clooney's done some good stuff, but he's also done some shitty stuff, or not that good stuff.
Michael Clayton was good.
When he was,
I like that one.
I got I got a little tired of him when he was going through his like that, like Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, all those guys were going for like the Oscar run roles
Yeah.
for like the better part of a decade. It
I
seemed
would
like.
still argue that Matt Damon's still doing that, but yeah.
Yeah, no, he is.
Because he won't do a movie unless he thinks he's going to get an award, I think. Even though that the one where he shrinks or whatever, it was apparently terrible. I didn't see it.
Not good.
It looks like it should be good, though, doesn't it?
What
it
is
does look like it should be good. I mean, Jason Sudeikis is in it.
Yeah.
Downsizing.
Downsizing.
Were we going to get a
Oh.
trailer?
Yeah.
Okay. Logan Lucky does not look like it should be a good movie, but it is a good movie.
From the director of the Ocean's
That doesn't
movies.
help.
Jimmy, I'm just gonna say it. I gotta let you go. You were just fired.
I was let go for liability reasons involving insurance.
The one-armed bartender.
You need to show a little respect.
Charlotte
Seth MacFarlane.
Motor Speedway.
Yeah, it was.
I know how they move the money.
The only guy who knows anything about blowing up real bank vaults is Joe Bang.
I am incarcerated. Yeah, we got a plan to get you out.
He's so fucking good at this movie.
So good at
The
it.
Cutlass 600 is the biggest race of the year.
We need a computer whiz.
You know why this trailer sold me?
About computers, okay? All the Twitters, I know 'em.
I know him.
That's Dennis Quaid's kid.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Is it Jack? Jack
Quaid.
Quaid?
How many yards away
The kid from
20 yards. I don't know, maybe 30.
The Boys.
Boys, yeah.
Is it 20 or is it 30? We are dealing with science here.
You should probably follow him.
We want them to know.
My life of crime is over.
That is massively stupid.
Wow.
It's been handled.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
That looks like it hurt.
I want everything on Jimmy Logan.
I don't like her as an actress.
I don't like her as anything. I think I'd like her as a corpse.
You guys
in
not
a
seen
sense.
$1 Million Baby?
I like her in that scene.
Okay. Oh, in that
dies.
scene?
The next Karate Kid.
I don't like her, but I still think she's a great actor.
Would you give me my arm, please?
Her teeth are good actors.
It's funny. So the
trailer, the part of the trailer that sold me was Daniel Craig. As soon as he popped in
Yeah,
on the scene, I was like, I'm in.
That trailer makes me want to watch that movie.
Incarcerated.
So what's funny about the trailer compared to the movie though is the trailer makes all those characters look like they're assholes, and they're actually all
The movie
super
fleshes
nice.
out
Like they're
all the characters
but they're all like
much
super
better.
nice.
Yeah.
Like even the two hillbillies are like super respectful to his sister. Like they apologize for calling her hot, and
We're sorry. I know all the Twitters. All of them.
I know all the Twitters.
What a great flick. It should be on Amazon.
Sam
as well.
Raimi.
Sam Raimi.
You
Doctor
got the
Strange.
news.
In the Multiverse of Madness.
He's updating his AFK arena.
No, she
I don't.
keeps calling me.
Oh,
No, and we're going to get to see, you might need to take that outside.
No, she's like, I have a video I want you guys to watch, and I'm like, can you just text me the link and I'll. I'm not gonna answer the phone.
Just send me the name of the video.
Okay.
I can turn on Skype and she
Did you
can
see
call
the
us via
stuff for
Skype.
wanna-
WandaVision?
Give me a
Wabbit
beer.
season.
Give me a beer, please, Derek.
Did you already kill the two that he grabbed?
Oh, I have an extra.
I only took one.
It's called Wabbit.
I'm not
season.
driving tonight. Hey, it's on.
Look up Wabbit season.
Wabbit season? Okay.
Oh, it's going to be the first one. Duck season, Wabbit season, duck season, Wabbit season. That's not what it
Wabbit
is, but
Maybe it is. It's that one. She really said we gotta watch it, so.
I can't see it.
Working on it.
Oh God, I already hate it.
Thanks, Bree.
Thanks, Bree.
Yay, wabbits.
Uh-oh.
Very, very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits.
What's up, Doc?
You got a tight little man pussy on
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Oh, it stinks. Nice and good.
Ow, you're hurting me.
Is that his belly button?
This little rabbit's hopping
I
down
hope so.
I don't
hope
think
it's not
so.
his wang.
Please let me go, Mr. Bunny.
Looking like a double-wide surprise. God damn.
Please shoot him.
Bugs, that's enough. Look at you, son.
He
Look
looks
at what
like
you've become. I'm what you made me to be.
Pennywise.
I'm so happy your mother isn't here to see this. God rest her soul. She would be heartbroken.
Oh God, how long is this?
Weird.
Oh my God.
I just told her thanks. I hate it.
They overcome this little bunny.
This is like the worst thing.
We take a vote next time Bree suggests something.
He keeps killing us, Father.
She might be drunk.
Keeps
This is something she would watch as a drunk person.
so many lives lost.
What the? How long is this? Jesus.
3 minutes.
Be the
All the while Elmer
Oh, I
Fudd
thought it
is
was
there.
5.
Be the bigger bunny.
Run away, Elmer.
Sorry.
If you want to seem like you've lived longer, just keep watching this.
I think we grew a lot.
I did it, Martha. I finally got through to him.
Jesus.
You can finally rest in
He's not a hunter fucker anymore.
Something graphic's gonna happen.
That's
I
all,
know. I
folks.
figured he was gonna fuck his dad or something.
And this is where Bugs no longer fucks hunters. And knowing is half the
This is
battle.
how she said, I need you guys to watch this very important video.
Bugs Bunny played by Meat Canyon.
All right. The next time Bree suggests something, we take a
We
vote.
vote, baby.
There are 4 people. We'll vote.
We have a quorum.
It'll be a situationable thing.
Guess who's not fucking
But that was
sleeping tonight?
that was trash. That was trash.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
And disturbing.
Bugs had
like a double wide
tits.
God,
That's gross.
I need a
Was
fucking
like,
shower.
why?
Sagging tits. That's
Yeah.
gross.
Oh man, it's 7:59. We're almost done.
Logan Lucky. That was good. We'll watch
Logan
it.
Lucky. Fantastic show. You should pick it up tonight. Take a look.
Yeah. Chiefs game this weekend. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Sam Raimi.
Oh yeah. That's it. Yeah, we can leave with that. Sam Raimi's directing.
We got one other thing,
Oh,
but
yeah.
yeah, Sam
Raimi.
Raimi.
Raimi's directing Doctor Strange, the horror movie Doctor
I'm
Strange.
largely indifferent because I can't remember the last good thing he did.
See, I
Spider-Man 2.
Drag Me to Hell.
I went and I was
was
looking
Fuck,
at
I
his
loved that
catalog,
movie.
I thought it was okay.
and I first got him mixed up
But
with
Like he
the
also
guy
did
that directed
Spider-Man 3.
all the X-Men movies, because I was like, because the first thought
They don't
came
let
to mind.
Bryan Singer do movies anymore, man. He fucking diddled.
He's still
Yeah.
doing movies. I thought.
No.
I
Are you
don't-
sure? No. Well, that's what I was thinking when you said Sam Raimi. I was getting him confused with Bryan Singer. I was
Pull
like,
up
well,
Bryan
he's-
Singer and see what the last thing he did was.
Diddling kids is
Yeah,
what
I
he
was
did.
gonna say,
Well, yeah.
he fucked a young girl somewhere.
But that's what they all do when they're in power. Some of them just hide it.
Did you
No
see
one
that
man should have all that power.
I saw an article today that said Brad Pitt went off about how Hollywood's all about fucking kids and how everybody who's in control there is the whole reason they don't care about making movies.
Dark
they just care
Phoenix.
about
He just
fucking
directed
children.
Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, they didn't cut him
Or
out.
no, uncredited producer.
Oh,
Okay.
Uncredited.
he
Of
just
course
he
he's
just
uncredited.
put up some money for
So
it.
what's
No,
last
go
week?
Brad
Gifted
Pitt.
Producer.
Because that really is all they
directed.
are.
Oh, yeah.
All of the award shows are them stroking each other's
Yeah.
cocks. And,
And clits.
yeah.
Hey, by the way, I went and rewatched because they can just cut it up and put it in clips and put it on YouTube. I went and rewatched all of the Ricky Gervais jokes, and I changed my mind. I actually thought he was brilliant. I thought he was fucking hilarious.
He always is.
Yeah. I thought
You were talking about the Golden Globe?
Yeah.
No, he's talking about the guy who called us out on it because you guys said he was towing the line.
Yeah, I don't think he was. I thought it was good. Also, by the way, he does not. Ward, you made it seem as if because I had to go back and rewatch it. He says the thing about the Apple, and you're like, then he looks at his fucking Apple Watch. You make it seem like it's this big fucking thing where he's like,
I didn't say that.
I said that.
Was it you?
But he does. He just goes, it's about
you can't
time.
even fucking tell it's an Apple Watch. He's literally talking about how long the show is, and he just like looks at like to show how long is this fucking show. He's like, Jesus, like he's not like he doesn't like.
So you don't think it was a calculated thing?
I'm sure it was.
No,
he didn't even show the watch.
You can see it, and he goes.
You can see if you pause it like those fucking nutcases who pause like the Lion King so they can see
like the nutcases who comment on this podcast.
Exactly.
That is exactly what we're talking about.
Like freeze frames. says
creep forward second by second.
I had to tell somebody at work what a minge was.
Yeah, hey.
Did you know beforehand?
I knew.
I didn't. I had to look it up, so that's.
Oh
I had
man,
no idea.
Really?
Sometimes I take for granted knowing a lot of those things.
I didn't know
Negative
what minge was either. I'll admit, I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't. I put so that's why I looked it up and then I commented.
It's a
back
British
the definition.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Four minges. He's like, I don't know what minges are. It's like, oh, muff.
It's funny that they're commenting because it helps. Please comment, subscribe, comment away, please. It's gonna show up in your feed again.
This whole clip will be what everybody comments
the Ricky
on
Gervais
too.
recap. Yeah. No, but
really good. It actually is really good.
I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was. And maybe I didn't articulate my argument as well as I should have at the time, but I felt like it was one of those things where it's like Ricky Gervais and Hollywood all got together and they all had this like.
I don't think so.
Me neither. I think Ricky Gervais went with a planned opening and then just ad-libbed the rest.
That fucking two popes joke is so funny. That is such a funny joke. He's like, what was it? He's talking about a lot of movies about pedophiles this year. He's like, Neverland, Leaving Neverland, the R. Kelly movie, two popes.
Maybe I'll rewatch his monologue. I'll do that and see.
Also, and then I was mistaken because he did have a fucking Harvey Weinstein joke in there.
Oh yeah,
he did.
But it was really quick.
There should have been more.
They were
for sure because that guy is a slam dunk. You can't go wrong.
Mm-hmm. I guess my
Epstein joke is
where my hang up was it was just as it just got so much coverage. It's like he slayed like
yeah.
And why shouldn't it? I guess. I mean that's
good.
what.
Did you see that
that
Epstein's
now, so.
Virgin Islands account had millions of dollars transferred into it, and then it all just went away?
Oh, cool.
How long ago?
Just
recently?
Yeah, it was a headline today.
He's alive.
And of course, that was what all the reactions were like. See,
So
he's still alive. He didn't kill him.
He
didn't kill himself. He was transported out, and he's living a second life somewhere else. Like,
no,
maybe he is. He had a lot of money.
He did.
Yeah, it's not like he couldn't have paid off the people in the prison, especially if he knew the Clintons were going to kill him.
And if he had to live on one of his random islands that they don't know about, and just you can't leave, you can't do it. Elvis,
I'm stuck on it.
Elvis has been doing it.
Stuck on an island fortress. Darn.
Because Elvis is a kid diddler too.
I don't ever have to put a shirt or shoes on again.
Really? Well, he fucking married
and
a 14-year-old.
He votes Clinton.
Yeah, Priscilla was like 14 or 15, right?
Presley, huh?
Priscilla was like 14 or 15 when he married her.
She was 14 when he fucking married her.
Really?
I mean, it's not as bad as Jerry Lee Lewis, who married his 13-year-old cousin.
Great Balls
of Fire guy.
But
Randy, or not Randy, but Dennis Quaid played him. Did you ever see that? That was a great movie.
It was a great movie.
So yeah, Presley is a piece of shit. I actually just recently learned that.
Yeah,
Revisionist history. It was great. But
he may be dead now, but he wasn't dead then.
Oh, I'm sure.
So he
got abducted by aliens.
He married a 14-year-old Priscilla, and then at the hotel room that they were living in, he he locked her in a room for a week at a time where they would have sex, like just ravenous sex for like weeks at a time, and they had food delivered to their room, and they had to like leave it on the outside, and he had to bring it in the room, and then he wouldn't let her leave. They just had sex for like weeks at a time.
I bet they were just eating food weeks at a time.
Well, he was definitely eating something. He didn't let
He was eating something.
He didn't let her eat
somebody.
any food. He was. Did you see him? He wasn't eating. He let her eat food. He was like John.
He was just having tacos.
He was,
He
like
was
John,
probably shooting up and eating a bunch of food.
He's like, hey, bring me another fried banana and peanut butter sandwich. I gotta go take a dump. I hope this isn't my last one.
You're missing out not being an Elvis impersonator.
I have to go take.
That shit would be easy, and you could do it.
I have to go take another dump. I hope it's not my last one. No, don't worry, baby. I'll just bring this fried banana and peanut butter sandwich with me in the bathroom. That's how he died, on the sandwich with a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Remember they told her
On the sandwich with a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
He was
probably
in the
said something
bathroom.
like,
On the toilet.
On the toilet.
That's how I want to go.
You said on the
I
sandwich.
wouldn't like peanut butter and banana sandwiches, but that's how I want to go.
Oh,
Hot take. On the sandwich.
he's like, in with the new, out with the old, baby.
That was it right there. All 2 seconds of what just happened. That is a soundbite.
I hope you're getting wet out there, baby. We're gonna go for another one.
Every time you
I need
hear
a little
about
more satisfaction.
every time you hear about somebody doing something like that, like locking themselves in a room and fucking for 2 weeks, you're like, did that really happen? Is
It
that
doesn't.
What happened?
Nobody fucks that long.
Like, how much of that was them banging, especially with the
For
shape he was
real.
in?
It's like, chafing.
And how much was it just him watching fucking cartoons? You know?
I know I get sore after an hour, and I'm sure that girls get sore way earlier than that.
Come here, baby. Elvis has got to give you a little blue suede goo.
And scene.
And scene. Don't
Wow.
you step
I'm
in my blue
disgusting.
Wow.
suede goo.
I'm disgusting.
That was fantastic.
Blue suede goo is my new favorite thing.
Now it's Johnny Bravo.
It's the same. Hey, little mama.
Yeah, Elvis came out of hiding to voice Johnny Bravo.
A little less conversation, a little more action, please.
He did all those beach movies. There you go.
Blue suede goo.
That's got to be the episode title, Blue Suede Goo.
I'd say so. It's
Fuck. That's funny.
Don't step in my blue suede goo.
we'll save the leftover content for next episode.
Please comment on the podcast if you actually watch it. Comment on it. Say, I liked it. I hated it. Those guys should die in a fire. All of that great stuff.
Minge.
Yeah,
Call us
us
minges.
minges.
We don't care.
Why
But
are
a
you wearing a
comment is
merkin on
better
your
than
shirt?
nothing. If you even wasted 15 seconds of your time and like, yeah, this is dumb.
That's actually my favorite movie. The
Jump
Secret
and
Minge.
type out, this
I interacted
is
with the guy that
dumb.
Called us minges. Like
Yeah.
we had like a whole exchange.
You had a whole exchange. I was embarrassed by the whole thing.
I was.
I don't want notoriety.
Speaking of
And
which,
yet you do a weekly podcast.
Talk about the our cash grab.
Send us money. Send us $1.
Hey,
Seriously.
we're trying to buy an L camera, so we have a
To up our game.
Facebook, a Facebook crowdfunding thing out there. You should go look up our Facebook and find it. But
Like our Facebook page is Time Spit Poorly Podcast. You can find the
we want to
crowdfund
get
in
an
there.
owl camera to make this show look even better.
Yeah.
And if you stayed this long, send us $1.
Send a
Just $1, $1 a show, like
If everybody,
Dan
if
Carlin.
everybody put $1 in, even just all our friends, we'd have the money in
Yeah.
a minute. So
Like a
You have
minute.
way
There
more
you go.
friends than I do.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
Without a
obviously
doubt.
they're not my friends if they're not,
If they're not forking over the fivers.
I'll be your friend, baby.
Well, if I had $1 per friend, I couldn't even make my house payment. So,
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, TSPN.fun. See you next week.
peace.
Fuck.
John.